Alright folks, so in this video I'm going to show you how I'm doing the interior trim and finish on our windows, our new windows here. So I've got a couple done here, and basically what we're doing is just a sort of a contemporary style this is a 2.5 inch casing that we're using around the outside of the windows. We want to keep it to a very clean, contemporary kind of a look. There's a lot of different ways that you can put your casing on, and different, different sizes and different styles. But this is how we're going to do it in this home. And so basically, we put new windows in this home when we did the exterior work. And when you buy windows, you can buy them a couple different ways. So you can see this window here, these are vinyl windows, and so they were installed from the outside, and we have some videos that show how we did that and how we did the outside trim. But now we're inside, so we're doing the inside work. But you can buy these, so you can see how we have all this unfinished wood in here. And so you can buy these windows like this, or you can buy them with wood in this area here that's attached to the window. And so that's that piece of wood is called different things different places, but sometimes it's called a liner, or it can be called a jamb extension. And basically what it does is it fills in this space here. So in order to when you order those windows like that, usually it's a set size, and it's set up for either a 2x4 exterior wall or a 2x6 exterior wall. So here you can see with the thickness of this wall, this is a 2x6 exterior wall in this home. Now mobile homes are a bit different than regular homes because on the outside, they do the siding differently. They'll use the sheathing as the siding. And so in normal construction, if it's a 2x6 wall, it would be set up for a 5.5 inch 2x6 stud, and then you'd have a 3/8 sheeting on the outside of that, and then you would have siding on top of that, and then you'd have a 1/2 inch drywall here. So mobile homes are different, so that dimension is never like a standard. So if you were to buy windows with liners that are for a 2x6 wall, it's not going to work. It's not going to line up here where you want it. And I'll show you another window over there how that works. So we buy our windows without liners, and then we do our own liner or extension, whatever you want to call this thing. So once the window is installed, then I'll show you the stages that we go through to to get to where we want to be for the trim. So when you install your window, you have what's called a rough opening. So you can see here how the window is smaller. It doesn't come down right to the wood. There's this little gap here, and that little gap allows you to get the window in there straight, level and plumb, and so that gives you a little bit of fudge room, or whatever you want to call it, because your openings are never perfectly square. And so you can see how that window is put in there plumb, and then you can see how this gap is different around the window. So some places it might be like, you can see right here we've got like about 1/4 inch, and here we've got about 3/8 inch. So before we put that liner in, what we want to do is we need to put these shims in. So what I've done is I've cut these shims, and I just measure the space, and then I cut them off at the end of a 2x4, and then I just tack them in. So this is just a 2x4 that's cut on the end. And we want to line it up with something so that we have everything straight. So what I do is I line up this shim with the back side of the window here. When I put my liner in, the liner is going to come, it gets nailed onto here, and it will come out onto here. I'll just grab a piece of liner here. So this is the material that I'm using for a liner. So I've used a 1x6, and this is just an MDF board, And you can buy this, it's 1x6, so it's 5.5, and then I just rip it down on my table saw. I've got my table saw set up outside here so that I don't have so much dust in the house. It's just out there, and you just rip it off, and you can see those strips laying there. That's what I ripped off the side of a 1x6 panel to get the width that I want. So in this case, I'm dealing with about 4 1/8 of an inch. And then this here's my my miter saw, where I do my cuts. Now I got my air compressor, and I use a pinner. So I use an 18 gauge pinner. I use a combination of 1.5" and 2" nails to nail these on. So basically, once you've got those blocks in there, then what you do is we put this on top of this like this, and so you can see there how that liner comes into the window. Okay, and then this will get nailed through the liner into where those blocks are. And then you can see how the liner comes out flush with the front of the drywall. Okay, and then we'll be putting our window casing on to cover that gap there. All right, now you can see how we've poked insulation in that little crack there all along. That's to help keep the window warm. So there's, there's about, I don't know, almost 3 inches of insulation back in that crack that's just been loosely put in there. Okay, so that's kind of shows you how that's sort of the first step, is getting these little blocks in. Now, the reason that I put these blocks, I haven't come all the way out here, is because these studs are they're not perfectly straight. So, some of them tip like this. And so if I just stay back where the window is here, I don't run into a problem of this coming, if it pushing it out or pushing it back. So I'm gonna nail it in here, and this is gonna kind of float. And then when I put my casing on, then I can kind of straighten that, by pushing and pulling it. All right, so I'm using an air pinner. You don't have to use an air pinner. You can just use good old-fashioned finishing nails, no problem. All right, so once we get done with that, get those little spacers in, then we install our liner. Okay, and so on this window here, you can see I've got the liner installed. All right. Now, the way I go about it, and this is one of the things when you do carpenter work and this kind of work, it's the way to make things nice is to sort of keep things consistent. So you decide how you want to do things and then kind of do it the same all the way through. So what I do with my liners is I put the top and bottom in first. So you can see here how the top has, comes out over. And then what I do is I fit this side piece in between the top and bottom. So then basically what happens is the top is sitting on the sides, which is then sitting on the bottom. All right. Now what that does is, you can see now, this leaves us, in our case with our windows, it's about 5/8 of an inch here. When we eventually put blinds on these windows, and we put the full wood blinds, the blinds are sized so that they stay about 1/8 of an inch in from the liner on each side. And so then the blind will cover about 1/2 an inch, 3/8 to 1/2 an inch of this liner, not the liner, but of the window, and so that gives you privacy, so that there's no crack between the between the blind and the window. The blind is going to overlap this a little bit. Again, these are all things that you have to think about if you want to have things end up to be nice. You have to sort of plan ahead. Okay, so this one has the liner all installed, and this one is ready for casing. Okay, and so the casing that we use is this, like I said, is 2.5 inch. We're going to be using 2.5 inch casing on all of our windows and doors, and then we're going to be using a 3.5 inch casing, or a 3.5 inch baseboard. It will be the same material, but a 3.5. A lot of people like the wider casings. In a mobile home, it can cause a problem when you get around light switches and stuff on your doors, and that'll be another video. I'll kind of show you that. But it can get too close to your light switches, and then you have to notch your casing, which looks kind of amateur. And you know, these with the wider casings, the wider liners, the wider jamb extension, being 2x6 wall, you know, the window does have some heft to it. So I didn't think we really needed to go with a heavy molding, heavy casing. And again, you know, we're looking at more of a clean kind of contemporary look. So this is going to be the casing. This is the material. Again, this is just an MDF. Just buy this. There's nothing fancy about this. This is primed. And some people will put the casings on flush like this, so even with the liner. You don't want to do that. That's not a professional way to do that. Professionals always set back, and this is what we call a reveal. So what we have is a little shadow line here, and it also takes care of any little discrepancies, any little wibble wobbles that you might have. It disguises those. So if you try and line everything up like this, you're going to get it, you know, lined up in some places, and some places it's going to be over, and some places it's going to be back, and it just doesn't look right. So what you want to do is give yourself a bit of a reveal here, and the standard reveal in the trade is a 3/16. Okay, so what I've done is I just used my little combination square here, and I have just set it so that it comes out 3/16 of an inch here, protrudes, and then all I do is I set it up there like this, and I take my pencil and I just give myself a few reference marks around the frame here for me to line up my casing. Okay, so you can see my little reference marks that I've made there all the way around. And then when I put my casing on, when I nail it on, I just line up the edge with that, and then I use an 1.5" pin on here, and then I use a 2" here because I'm going through the drywall. And so again, the way that I kind of do this, and there's lots of different ways, lots of guys do things differently, but what I do is I put my top and bottom one on first, and you know, then I just take a level across, and then you can see how I can push this up and down to make this you know, straight, so you don't have a sag or a hump in it, but that will straighten this out. And once I get the top and bottom, then I put the side ones in. All right, so this is what it looks like when it's finished. All right, so there you can see my reveal, my 3/16 inch reveal. Okay, all the way around. And this is how you make a professional looking window. So this window now is ready for paint. And so the process for painting then is where this meets the vinyl. So this is your MDF liner, meets this vinyl. We will be putting a bead of caulking in there, paintable caulk. All these little holes where we've nailed will get filled with caulk. And then this joint here, where the casing meets the liner, that will get caulked as well. All of these are going to get filled, and then also we will caulk along the back of the casing here. Now you can kind of see, again, these mobile home walls are not great. They're not, you know, they're not like a house, but you can kind of see if you follow that joint along the way there. You can see how, like right here, it opens up, and so you just take care of that by caulking. Yeah, it will take care of a lot. It'll disguise all of that. Okay, and then the procedure that we do for painting is we now will finish all of the window trims. Final coat. This is going to get 2 coats of paint, and then once that's done, then we'll come back and put our last coat of paint on the wall, and we'll you know, make a nice straight line in here with our finished wall paint. All right, folks. So that's how we're doing the windows here, and just a few tips and stuff on how we do that. And the next video we're going to show you, probably we'll be showing you some closet shelves and some closet trim in the next video. Thanks for watching, folks. See you in the next one. Bye bye.